Hello everybody. So our today's topic of discussion will be Our Country India, Chapter 7 of NCERT Geography Class 6. So we'll basically focus on the major key terms. Okay. So in first paragraph, there is a brief description about our country. India is a vast geographical expanse. In the north, it is bounded by lofty Himalayas, Arabian Sea in the west, Bay of Bengal in the east, and Indonesian in the south. Was the soul of the Indian peninsula. So India is a peninsular country. What is peninsula? Peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on its three sides. Okay, three sides is peninsula and four side is an island. Okay, some statistical facts about India. India has total area of 3.28 million square kilometers. The north to south extends from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is 3,200 kilometers, and east to west from Arunachal to Kutch is about 2,900 kilometers. Lofty mountains, Great Indian deserts, northern plains, and uneven plateau surface, and the coast and islands present a diversity of landforms. So basically, our India have an area of about 3.28 million square kilometers with lots of diversity of landforms like lofty mountains, Great Indian deserts, northern plains, uneven plateaus, coast, and islands. Okay, next one is our location setting. So India is located in the northern hemisphere. Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degrees and 30 minutes north, passes almost halfway through the country. Okay, from the south to north, mainland India extends between 8 degrees 4 minutes north and 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitudes. From east to west, India extends between 68 degrees 7 minutes east and 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. So if you see the map, you will get to know more about these figures on the map, India's neighbor. So there are majorly 7 countries that share land boundaries with India. So what are that countries? First one is our Pakistan, then Afghanistan, then Nepal, then Bhutan, then China, Bangladesh, and then Myanmar. Okay, these are our 7 countries which share boundaries and which are also the neighbors of our country, India. So this is a political map of India. I think it is very old map. So in this you can draw here. It is J&K and it is Ladakh. Okay, this is the beautiful political map of our India. Then comes our political and administrative division. Okay, so India is basically a very vast country. For administrative purpose, country is divided into 29 states and 7 UTs. So you can change the statistics like abhi change ho chuka hai. We have total of 28 states and 8 UTs along with J&K. Telangana became the 29th state of India on 2nd June 2014. It was previously part of Andhra Pradesh, and Delhi is the national capital. Rajasthan is the largest state and Goa is the smallest state, okay, in terms of area. Okay, so in terms of area, we have Rajasthan as the largest state of India and Goa as the smallest state of India. Then comes our physical division. So India marks a diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coast, islands. So if you see in north, we have Himalayan mountains, and these are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. In northwest, it is Great Himalayas or Himadri. The world's highest peak are located in these ranges, and the middle Himalaya or Himachal lies in South Himadri. Shivalik is the southernmost ranges. So if you talk about the Himalaya, in Himalaya we have basically the Greater Himalayas or Himadri. Okay, and then we have middle Himalayas or Himachal, and we have the Shivalik. If you want to locate them, the Himadris are the northernmost and middle Himalayas are the south of Himadri, okay, and Shivaliks are the southernmost. Okay, so these are the division of our Himalayas. Then comes our northern plain. So lie to the south of the Himalayas. They are generally level and flat. These are formed by alluvial deposits laid down by the rivers Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra, and their tributaries as well. These river plain provides fertile land for cultivation. That is the region for high concentration of population in these areas of plains. Okay, so in northern plains we can see the river deposition of Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra forms a huge fertile land which is suitable for human habitat, and also because of these fertile lands there are high concentration of population in these plains. Okay, in the western part of India lies the Great Indian Desert. It is dry, hot, sandy stretch of land, very little vegetation. Okay, so if you see in the west of India, there is a Great Indian Desert, which is very dry, hot, and sandy, and with a very little vegetation. Okay, to the south of northern plains lies the peninsular plateaus. It is triangular in shape. Then comes our Aravallis. So Aravallis Hills are the one of the oldest range of the world. Border it on the northwest side. The Vindhyas and the Satpuras are the important ranges. River Narmada and Tapi flow through these ranges. These are west-flowing rivers that drain into Arabian Sea. The Western Ghat or Sahyadris border the plateau in the west, and the Eastern Ghat provides the eastern boundaries. While the Western Ghats are almost continuous, the Eastern Ghats are broken and uneven. The plateau is rich in minerals like coal, iron ore. Okay, Vindhyan and Satpura ranges, there are two rivers, Narmada and Tapi, which is west flowing river. The only rivers which flow in west is Narmada and Tapi in the plateaus. Okay, so this was the basic information about our plateau. Then comes to the west of the Western Ghat, the east of the Eastern Ghat lie the coastal plains. Okay, so if you see, these are our plateaus, these are our Western Ghat, these are our Eastern Ghat. If you see the west of Western Ghat, okay, like this is Western Ghat and this is the west part of Western Ghat, there lies the coastal plains, which is suitable for the growing of the plants and the crops. Okay, Eastern Ghat, east of the Eastern Ghat it is coastal plain. The western coastal plains are very narrow. The eastern coastal plains are much broader. Okay, there are number of east flowing rivers. The river Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri drain into the Bay of Bengal. These rivers have formed fertile deltas at their mouth. The Sundarban Delta is formed where the Ganga and Brahmaputra flow into Bay of Bengal. So if you see, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, these are the huge rivers which drain their water into Bay of Bengal. What we have read about Narmada and Tapi? Narmada and Tapi, they drain their water into Arabian Sea. Okay, remember this thing. Then comes our group of islands. So basically India have two groups of islands. First one is Lakshadweep, second one is Andaman and Nicobar Island. So if we talk about Lakshadweep, located in the Arabian Sea, these are the coral islands located off the coast of Kerala. Okay, what is Lakshadweep Island? If you talk about Lakshadweep Island, these are the coral islands. Corals are basically the massive skeleton of a marine animal known as polyps, and when the polyps are died, they form corals, and after a few years these corals together form a huge landmass which is called as coral island. Okay, this simply you can remember coral is an skeleton of polyps. Then comes our Andaman and Nicobar Island. This lie in the southeast of Indian mainland in the Bay of Bengal. So this was about the chapter. It was quite short and crisp chapter. I have some basic information about our country India, basically the physical and geographical feature of our country. So let's do the exercise. First one, name the major physical division of India. So major physical division of India are like mountains, plateaus, plains, islands, etc. Second, India shares its land boundary with 7 countries. Name them. So we have read about it like Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar. Okay, which 2 major rivers fall in Arabian Sea. So we read about it, Narmada and Tapi. Name the delta formed by Ganga and Brahmaputra. So the delta is Sundarban Delta. Then how many states and UTs are there in India? Which state have a common capital? So we total have 28 states and 8 UTs. Why do a large number of people live in northern plains? So because northern plains have a river and their tributaries which form a huge riverine lands which are fertile in nature and also suitable for human habitation, and that's the reason there are a huge settlement of population, and that's why more number of people live in northern plains. Then comes, why is Lakshadweep known as Coral Island? This is known as Coral Island because it is made up of tiny marine animals known as polyps, and when they die they form corals, and after a few years the coral together form a huge landmass which is formed into a coral island. Okay, then comes the correct answer. So the southernmost Himalayas are known as, we read about it, the Sivaliks. Okay. Then second question, Sahyadri is also known as Western Ghat. Pak state lies between the countries. It is between India and Sri Lanka. The Indian island in the Arabian Sea are known as Lakshadweep. Okay. The oldest mountain range in India is, these are our Aravalis. Then third question, India has an area of about, so it have area of about 3.28 million square kilometers. Okay. Then come Greater Himalayas are known as the Himalayas. Then largest state in India in term of area is Rajasthan. The river Narmada fall in the which sea? This is Arabian Sea. The latitude that runs almost halfway through India is, this is Tropic of Cancer. This was all about the chapter. I hope you like this. So if you like the video, do share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. See you in the next one.